G'day guys, I'm MP Numbers checking in from the new digs, and today we're here to judge Challenge 3.
Have mercy on me, a sinner.
I've said this so many times this season, but I really want to say thank you for your patience with our video schedule this time. I know things haven't quite gone as planned, things aren't coming out regularly like we hope they will. A few little technical difficulties, both on my end, the judges' end, any of the competitors, things are kind of going up and down. We are aiming to get Challenge 3, 4 and 5 up over the next couple of days, so hopefully, if all goes to plan, we'll be shotgunning them out for you and you'll be able to get right up to track with where the creators themselves are up to. All that aside, Challenge 3 was an interesting one. As in the challenge video, the challenge was to interview. Each of our creators were asked to send a pitch to one of our competitors from Season 1 to do an interview, to get a handful of questions out, and to try and get an understanding and learn who they are and find out some cool information about them. The major part of the challenge was the pitch. They also needed to obviously create an enjoyable video, and we did ask them to use different angles in the video. Now, after the pitches were sent out, our Series 1 creators, Jake and Joel, chose to work with MTG Canuck. While MTG and me decided to work with Breakfast with Nerds. Unfortunately, due to some timing issues, none of our competitors were able to score an interview with Team Orc's head. So for Challenge 3, it is straight up Breakfast with Nerds versus MTG Canuck. Let's check it out. I'll just quickly take a minute here to remind you that if you do want to support the series, we do have a Patreon with some pretty cool and relevant rewards for our viewers at patreon.com/creaYTors. Don't forget the Y. Alternatively, if you wanted to get some neat gear, we have just launched a TeeSpring store where you'll find some shirts of various colours, including the logos of all our competitors from this season. We'll also be working on some Season 1 gear and a whole bunch of other cool things, so you can check that out at TeeSpring. We have US and EU depending on where you're from, so check out the link in the descriptions below. So since there's only 2 videos this week, let's just do a straight comparison. Now you'll find Breakfast with the Nerds video over on their channel. If MTG Canucks we'll find on our channel here on creaYTors. You can tweet him and ask him why you wanted to put it on our channel. I don't know. A bit of a chat about the videos. First thing you notice with Breaky Nerds is that we have a solid shot. Now, there's really no difference. There's no, I don't think, any major editing, but the actual content of the video was good. We had a good chat with Charles. We found a lot of information that, hell, I didn't even know, and I've been friendly with MTG and me since before the series started. I really like the questions they asked, I like the way of the interview, and honestly, if this was a podcast or a recorded audio with maybe a different background, this could have been a really good video. Unfortunately, the lack of editing, the static shot, the obvious issues that were there with the internet connections causing the audio to not sync up and Charles' face going crazy quite a bit, did take away from it. So, honestly, enjoyed the content, but the angles, all that kind of stuff. Having a look down at MTG Canuck, as we can see, really got Jake and Joel involved, really got them creative. Took a nice twist on the different angles that I asked you to do by getting the guys to actually get in different angles. The upside or downside, depending on how you want to look at it, is with Jake and Joel, they're funny guys. They take everything with a nice little grain of salt, and it was humorous, but the information wasn't, it wasn't getting to know them. It was, let's hear the funny jokes they have, and that's nothing to do with MTG Canuck. That's how it was laid out. Now, clearly a lot more editing went into this one, having MTG Canuck shots, having the guys jumping back and forth with the obviously pre-recorded questions and answers that weren't live. I did notice a lot of jumping in audio, a lot of issues with the audio balancing, and the one thing that really annoyed me was the different aspects when we jumped back between MTG Canuck and Jake and Joel themselves. Otherwise, the video was good. If you're a fan of Jake and Joel, you get to have a laugh, you get to find out a couple of little things about it, but definitely not to the same extent that we're finding out about Charles over in the Breaky Nerds video. Overall, I enjoyed both the videos. They both gave us some information. They both had their own issues, but could definitely have room for improvement. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Appreciate both guys trying out. Unfortunately, other creators didn't get to make a video this week. So look, that's what I think. But hey, we all know I'm not the only judge, and in my opinion, mate, could be wrong. So let's see what Matt from Total MTG and MTG Magpie have to say.
So the first video I watched was MTG Canuck.
I like the way your editing skills are really coming along, but I thought in this video maybe some of the transitions weren't quite as smooth as they should be. It was a very funny video. You had the comedy duo there, and they were, you know, they're always funny. They answered the questions. Maybe they were, I don't know if it's just me, but I thought they were trying to get into different angles when they were answering. Maybe that was something of the challenge that was set. I know there was something about angles as well, but it did make me laugh. I feel like you should try and make it flow a little bit better. Maybe that's just me. I don't know whether you're scripting or something like that, but I do think you did a very good video. Just I'd like to see you just flow and just do it from your head and just do it that way.
With MTG Canuck interviewing Jake and Joel, I really loved how you approached the interview. This whole sort of newsroom, anchor room feel that was going on, I thought it was really clever and really well done. I enjoyed the questions you asked them. I enjoyed their responses. I very much missed Jake and Joel being in creators. They were amazing. But anyway, I digress. The only thing that was slightly jarring in the way this video was put together is this sort of half screen that's going on that would then flip into Jake and Joel's full screen view. And I felt like maybe they were just very different sort of views and styles put together. I thought maybe that could have been smoothed over in editing a little bit. But other than that, I thought it was a great concept, a great approach to this video, and I really enjoyed what you did with it. I thought it was great. So yeah, thumbs up.
The second video was Breakfast with Nerds, and you interviewed MTG and me. This flowed very well. You can see that you're both very good at interviewing. I like the rapport that you two have. I think you're very good together. Shame about the old Max Headroom shaking camera of MTG and me, where he was sort of jittering around a lot, but I don't think that's maybe something to do with reception. There's nothing a lot you could probably do about that. But it did quite make me chuckle along through the video, even though it wasn't intentional. But I feel like you answered some good questions. I'd like the video. Thumbs up, guys.
Moving on to Breakfast with Nerds, interviewing MTG and me. Now, these videos, I don't think they could have been more different in their approaches that you took, even though it was the same kind of premise. This one was sort of a much more relaxed and conversational interview versus, you know, the sort of prior, more, you know, rigid and scripted approach to it. This one was very much free-flowing. The only thing I'll say is the sort of face cam that wasn't quite in sync was very jarring to watch, to the point where to actually, you know, sort of enjoy through to the end of the video, I just sort of tabbed out and listened to it, which I think is fine because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's an interview and perhaps I'm not there to see faces, I'm just here to hear words. And I really enjoyed the conversation you had between you. I thought it was quite natural and yeah, just a really, you know, relaxed approach to an interview. So yeah, thumbs up.
Alright, so that's what we think about the two videos. Again, I think both of them had a bit of room for improvement, but they were pretty solid overall. Now, as always, all the judges have given a score out of 10 for concept, recording and editing. The final scores for both our competitors this round were Breakfast with Nerds with a score of 59 out of 90, and MTG Canuck taking it out with a score of 64 out of 90. As the winner of this round, MTG Canuck will get a reward later on in the contest, maybe next round, maybe a bit later. And that's it for this. And that's it for round 3. Let's jump straight forward into round 4. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget, check us out Patreon, check us out TeeSpring. Lots of ways to support the channel, and don't forget to find us on Twitter as well.